Liverpool 0, Bayern Munich 0. What a ball fest, bro. I always wanted that game to finish, you know that? It was tactically, yeah, it was a good game and all that, yeah, but you knew it was going to finish 0-0, innit? It got to a stage in that game where you thought, this is finished. Bayern Munich do not want to score a goal. They're wasting time every chance they get, and you knew Liverpool weren't going to be scoring. It just felt like one of those games towards the end of that game. That's what I'm trying to say. That's why I was done with that game by the end of it.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good game. I won't lie to you. I enjoyed it. I thought the tactic side of it was really good. I thought the thing is actually Liverpool had chances to win that game. Yeah. Liverpool had chances to score goals, and I think that's what the disappointing thing. That's why when you got off the pitch, you could see Liverpool fans and players were like, because their chances were there to score. It's just annoying because you look at it now and you think before as a whistle goes, you think to yourself, that's all right. Second leg, they were there to be had or whatever. Mm-hmm. But then you actually think, Allianz. It's not a joke thing getting out there, you know what I mean?
Nah, but I back Liverpool to go there and score goals. Not just a goal, but goals.
See,
maybe what you think I'm getting gas?
They got beat in Belgrade, B. They got beaten. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, that's actually a good point. Liverpool's away from the
Belgrade was a little bit leave it. Napoli was a little bit leave it as well.
Yeah. But this is, I think, because this is knockout. I think who's it? Your boy Garcia mentioned it. It's a knockout stage now, and all that kind of stuff disappears. You're always going to be hyped for that kind of game. Going into the Champions
League. If you can't get hyped for that game,
this is what I mean.
Get out of the sport.
This is what I mean. Like, I just think it's a whole different ball game. And like some people say, Bayern Munich are going to have to come and try and score a goal.
Yeah, but the other thing is, Bayern Munich, you know, they say, like people were saying after the game with pundits, Bayern Munich are going to have to come out and play. So they can. They know that they can. They got so many other players in reinforcement. Ribery came on, looked like he's having a training session, and he still beat 3 players.
You know where we disagreed, right, in the game is that I just felt that Liverpool showed Bayern Munich a bit too much respect. Now, where I'm going with this is that Liverpool did not press like they normally do, and they sat back and allowed them to have the ball. Now, you mentioned as well, which is a very valid point, is that they gave them the ball because they felt that these guys weren't good enough to play out from the back, right? And I just felt like if we put it on them a little bit more, I know it's a risky tactic, but we are at home. I think that we could have gone and got that goal.
But see, there's 2 schools of thought here. I think one of them would be if you go to the Allianz if you go 1-0 down, away goal, it's a wrap. It is a wrap. It's completely a wrap. Yeah. Whereas Liverpool back themselves to go and score. So if a 0-0 result for Liverpool isn't the worst result in the world.
Yeah.
But equally, when you've got people like Thiago, who I thought was brilliant tonight, he looked like he could unlock the door, unlock something. Coman was waiting for a pocket of space to run into. Alaba was just waiting. If he could have the opportunity to break, then they would. I don't think they would. No, but if you look at the way they set up, Gnabry and Coman with Kimmich and Alaba, they were set. They were ready just to pounce on anything. So if Liverpool pressed hard up the pitch, you saw it against Crystal Palace. Yeah. Liverpool pressed up the pitch. They beat the press, right? And then even Palace went and ripped Liverpool apart. And they did. There's no choice about it. With the quality that they've got, for Liverpool to go to the Allianz thinking, we've got firepower, we can score goals. We can score a goal and we can score goals, right? Bayern Munich now know that, I tell you what, we can do the same tactic. We can sit back at the home, but the fans ain't going to have that. And so if anything, the way I'm saying it is, the reason that tactic worked, the three-quarter press works because it's like, right, well, as well as Neuer did complete passes, but he had 12 goes at it, 15, 20 goes at it, and he misplaced 8. So Liverpool, the tactic worked. They made chances. Bayern Munich had a lot of men behind the ball and they defended their box, and Liverpool still carved out chances. So I think the tactics worked. The only thing that for me really frustrated me today was the decision making. Again, it was just so unlike Liverpool. Normally they tend to get cool when they get into that final third. Today it just really put like just shit decisions. You know, you look at it and you think they would normally just roll it to this guy who'll put across him, not even taking too many touches, going for the difficult pass, trying to do a flick when they just set the passes. It was very unlike Liverpool. When you get into positions against a class side, you've got to punish them.
Yeah, I think there was a few chances that Liverpool had. They carved out, thinking, you know what, they're in a really good position here. And we just screaming, thinking, what the fuck was that? Why are you going here? Why are you going there? And it wasn't flowing, right? But I go back to the same argument, is that all these people that say, Liverpool got less games now, we can focus. This is a perfect example. We've had another break, and technically, as people might see it, it's another shit performance in terms of it wasn't flowing. Like you said, when we get in front of goal, it wasn't flowing. Now, if you look at United, we're going into the game, into the weekend, going to play United.
They seem to have played that 8 games between
exactly, and now they're fucking flowing as well. They're flowing, right? And it just looked like I didn't say it was like a lethargic performance.
I think that would be harsh if you said that.
I'm not saying that. All I'm saying was that the decision making wasn't flowing, and I just believe if Liverpool play more football, that maybe it'd be a different story. What do you reckon?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I think they looked fresh today, and I thought the performance was good. I thought special mention for me personally would go out to the centre halves, especially Fabinho. I thought Fabinho was
Matip, man.
Matip. They bullied off Lewandowski. He was getting annoyed, but again, Lewandowski, he had the go shift tonight. They weren't really looking to play into him and get bodies beyond him. They were looking for that counter attack, which didn't really come. Trent for me was fucking alarming.
Trent, what are you doing? What was that, bro?
I don't know if he's been messing about on Snapchat, because I know there's a lot of fucking rumours going around about that, but Trent, get your head in the game, player, because you got away with it today.
Yeah, he was by far the worst player for Liverpool today.
And the thing is, he's come back from an injury, I get all that, don't get me wrong, but like you say, a game in the FA Cup would have been nice. Do you know, it would have been good to get him back playing. Still, you know, how good it would have been to have Clowney knocking about, but that's gone now. You can't even bang on about that.
What about Salah, bruv? I don't know what to make of Salah at the moment, because like...
See, I know what you're saying. I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say about the chance that, that in the game he just looked like he was a passenger. But he's probably had the best chances. That ball that came in from Henderson and he just jabbed at it. The back post header that he, to be fair, for me, he should have done better with that. And then at the end...
where he just scuffed it.
When Robertson got the block in that came across, I don't know what he was doing.
Normally he has a lot of composure.
Yeah, it's just, but then again, it probably goes back to your point about playing games, being regular. Do you know what I mean? In training, you can only do so many drills, and you can only replicate things to a certain level. You don't get that game experience. So, yeah, I don't know. It was just a bit frustrating. I thought Sadio Mane played really well today. I thought, don't get me wrong, the chances, you know, you look back at it now and you think, come on, man, like do better in those situations. But I think on the whole, the way he was, like Kimmich is a top player. There's no two ways about it, and he was constantly giving him a hard time, and consequently the guy suspended. So, you know, fair play.
And to be fair, Naby was okay today as well.
Yeah, he did a lot better. He was a lot better. Today. But get Virgil back into the team, you know, as soon as possible. Hopefully Bobby will be back up to 100% next game
by the weekend.
And yeah, go again. As I said, it's not the best result, because obviously you'd always like to score, but
the way people are acting depressed, like, you know, some of the shit like it was such a bad result, all this like they should have done this, should have done that. I'm still buzzing. I'm still confident. I think it's always at 2 legs, right? I back my team.
And also, Liverpool fans, enjoy the ride.
Yeah,
we've been without this. It's nice to be in a situation where you're disappointed. It's nice to be in that situation, but let's not forget where we were 2 years ago, or 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? We were nowhere near this situation. So let's just embrace where we are and enjoy the ride. Let's not get to this like, we should be doing this. There's no divine right. There's no divine right to be doing these things. They've got to this level on performances and the gradual progression that they've made. So let's enjoy the ride.
So, for you, man of the match, out of the team?
Fabinho
as well. For me, this is a no-brainer for that one. And going into the weekend, how do you feel? I think that says it all. So what are you saying, prediction-wise?
It's just...
Bro, you're shook!
I'm shook. I'm shook, I'll be honest with you.
Nah, to be fair, even though United are buzzing, and if United go out and attack Liverpool, I think that favours Liverpool. Maybe I'm a bit excited and a bit gassed, but I do believe that if Man United attack Liverpool, that will play into Liverpool's hands. And it could turn out to be a great fixture because it could be open. Whereas Mourinho, he'll go there to, you know, make it very, very hard for Liverpool. And I think that used to, you know, make it difficult for us to break them down and make opportunities. So if they do attack, which I'm pretty sure they will, because the way they're playing, why would you change it? It could be for an epic match, mate.
Listen, it's one of those situations. If you want to consider yourself a title contender, you've got to go away to Manchester United and win. Man United have done it against Liverpool in the past. You know, when they wanted to win leagues, they'd come to Anfield and they'd win. It might not be the prettiest, but they'd win. They'll get a 1-0, they'll get a 2-1. So that's the only thing I could say. If Liverpool want to consider themselves as title contenders, then they've got to go to Manchester United and win. And again, if you want to consider yourself, you know, an elite club, which we would like to consider ourselves, we've been way off it, but we're starting to rise up again. Then you've got to go to Bayern Munich and get a result. And that's what I'm saying. That's where we're in a position now to be contenders and challenging and putting ourselves in these situations, which is a great place to be. But let's make sure that, it would be nice to be on the other side of these fixtures and be like, well, when it was tough, we fancied it. That's where I stand on it.
And for me, to finish up on that, if Ole wins, if Man United win, how can you not give him the job? If he goes up and fists Man United and does a job against Man City, you have to give him the job. I don't see what else we want to ask for Man United.
Yeah, I don't give a shit really.
But that's what it is.
The other thing that's bugged me as a closing point is that how everyone makes Liverpool favourites for this tie. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're both they're both second in their leagues. They're both scoring goals. I don't understand how Liverpool are the favourites for this. Is that just me?
They're favourites for me.
Well, in that case, I'll take it back. But for me, I didn't think they would be. I don't look at it and think Bayern Munich have been consistently in these stages. They know how to play these games. Liverpool got to the final last year, which was a great whirlwind. But before that, they weren't even qualifying, and all of a sudden, they're favourites to beat Bayern Munich. I don't know, but as I said, it's nice to be put up there. But and then if Liverpool lose and when they have lost the games from the past, that's when the flipping media goes in on them like a ton of bricks. Do you know what I'm saying? You got to understand, we're 2 years in the Champions League after a long time out. I don't know, man.
Liverpool got the best attack in the world from you, one of the best attacks in the world. So that's
you can't do
anything. That's why in this tie they are the favourites.
But then Bayern Munich have got the striker who scored the most goals in the Champions League.
Yeah, but they're not. I don't know. They're not the best at either defence or attack.
In the whole competition.
I think Liverpool got one of the best attacks in the whole competition. That's what I'm saying. Until the next game, which is Man United, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and comment. Peace.